In 1953, India's first Prime Minister writes a letter to all Chief Ministers saying that he is very upset and disturbed with the fact that the declining presence of Muslims in the army. It was 32% at partition, it's 2% now. Home Ministry, police, IAS, IPS, PSUs, all key positions of governance, Muslims are disempowered. Combine this with mass violence against a community, just like Dalits are targeted very often because upper caste bias. Highlight this along with the fact that discrimination in investigating agencies who look at only one kind of terror. And top it all with the label of not just being anti-national, but now a traitor and a terrorist. I think what we are talking about today, if there's recognition at the highest policy levels from 1953, then 1985, Gopal Singh report, then again Rajiv Gandhi's 15-point program, now again Dr. Manmohan Singh's program, it means that something is seriously wrong. What is the cause we can come to next? It's a bundle of contradictions. India is a bundle of contradictions. There never is only one cause. The cause is definitely an elite political and economic leadership that did not want to empower this section of the population as much as they did not want to empower others.
That is the time when the ghettoization takes place. That is the time when Gujarat takes place. That is the time when the jobs are not given. That is also the time when commissions, just before the election, commissions are appointed. And after they make the recommendations, we've had any number of commissions. We've had Gopal Singh in '83, we have Ranganath, we have Libahan, we have Sachar, you name them. I mean, a plethora of commissions. And then their recommendations are not implemented. So what is this big thing of democracy if you can't carry it through the 5 years, Sachin? The Libahan Commission was appointed in 1992 to look into the demolition of the Babri Masjid. It sat extension after extension. You could blame the BJP, but then the Congress came. More extensions. 17 years later, it has submitted a report, and where are the recommendations? What about Gujarat? What has happened to the relief and the rehabilitation of the people of Gujarat? What has happened to the victims? Narendra Modi is being felicitated by the Planning Commission of the Government of India as one of the greatest planners and administrators.
33% of the under-trials in jail in Karnataka, Muslims. 19% in Gujarat, Muslims. 25% in Maharashtra, Muslims. There's a discriminatory position of justice in this country. I think the infiltration of the Hindu right wing is challenging the fundamentals of constitutional governance in this country. Because since 1977, when they first came into power in alliance, they have positioned key people who are wedded to an ideology that is not wedded to the Indian constitution, but wedded to something, a different ideal of a different Indian nation. And therefore, I think all efforts at policy making, Sachin, get subverted. Elite is there, the Sarkari Musalman is there, but also fundamentally you have these things blocking passage of the progress down the line by this fundamental belief that Muslims are second-class citizens.
My name is Tanya. My question is for Mr. Pilot, sir. You made a statement, and I quote, every Muslim feels that he is a part of this country. And if that is so, then how do you explain situations like Kashmir, where on Republic Day, the city square is almost empty and nobody wants to hoist the flag because they don't consider themselves Indians?
We as government, and I'm talking about just about the government, there is no change in our stand. We believe that everyone has the equal rights, opportunities, civil rights, liberties, freedom, expression, whatever they can get. If there are any instances, it's been brought to the people's notice, and you can take action to stop those. But it has to be an action on both sides. It can't just be the government. It has to be the society and the people who live along with the government to make sure that things don't happen.
The question is shaking her head. What do you want the minister to say? What commitments do you want from him?
What I mean is, don't you think your speech and your opinions are more about rhetoric and what you think they have a right to do? And the Muslim population does not necessarily agree with you on all counts, because evidently we don't see them considering themselves as part of this country, as you very blankly said.
Well, I'm only giving you my opinion. I'm not doing any rhetorics. I'm not making things...